Welcome to another edition of Tesla Tips and Trips. You join me inside my Tesla, of course, and I've got a tip that came up recently that is a little unusual. It's not going to happen to everybody. In fact, it might even be kind of rare, but I wanted to let you know about it in case something like this does happen to you. Then you got it filed in the back of your brain, and you're going to go, oh, yeah, I'm glad I watched that video. Keep it here. All right, so recently we were caravanning our two Teslas, our Tesla Model 3 and our Tesla Model Y, out to the beach. And this particular scenario came up that it took a few minutes for us to figure out because we weren't putting A and B together and two and all, whatever you put together, I'm not sure. So anyway, we're driving along and we're pretty close to each other. I mean, we're, you know, my wife is in front of me in her Model Y. I was behind her in the Model 3. And we're trying to, my son and I were in the 3. We're listening to Spotify, and it's cutting in and out. It's like stopping and pausing. And, you know, normally that happens when we're around our house for some reason, because I think it's a handoff situation coming from our Wi-Fi to LTE. Anyway, once we get far enough away from the house, the Spotify works again. And that's a whole other tip, by the way. So we're far away from the house. We're 10 miles out, and we're trying to listen to Spotify, and it keeps cutting in and out. And I'm thinking, man, I guess I maybe should reboot, you know, do the double button thing and wait for the T to come up and reboot that way. And finally, I called my wife, who was right ahead of me, for another reason. And I start the call, and that thing was cutting in and out. It was freaking out the iPhone, going back and forth between Tesla and speakerphone, and we never got the call just right. We couldn't get that to work. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what is going on now with my car? Something funky's going on. And then it realized me. Now, this took me a few minutes to realize. I'm not, you know, super quick on this because I didn't even think about it until this came up. I'm like, you know what? I wonder, because I was near her car before we left, and then I got into my car when we left. We're doing a drive and talk, by the way, so I gotta, you know, watch the road too. I wonder if both cars are on the same profile. Now, we have the latest software where it plays the Spotify account for your particular profile. So, and I was thinking it was working once I backed off of the Y for a little bit. And then once I got closer, like at a traffic light or whatever, it did the same thing. It was cutting in and out on Spotify. And then it occurred to me, I think both cars were on the same profile. So rather than calling her, because the profile would also have my phone, I guess, it was freaking out because of that, like I just said, I had my son text her. And sure enough, her car and my car were both on the carry profile. And so whenever I got close enough in Bluetooth range to the cars, it would switch to my profile. Or it would mess it up. It was already on the profile, it would just mess everything up because you can only have one Spotify account open at a time. So Spotify was basically saying, no, you can't do that. I'm going to just pause you, and that's too bad. Now, after having talked with her, she was experiencing the same thing. Obviously didn't put it together either. But if you ever find yourself caravanning two Teslas where you have profiles that are the same, just be aware that if you get within Bluetooth range, that might be an issue. And hopefully this will get filed away, and you'll remember that, and you're going to go, oh man, thank you so much to that dude on YouTube. I forget his name. Whatever. So there you go. A roundabout way, a weird, once in a weird while kind of test that, or tip that may happen or may never happen. Obviously, you have to have two Teslas, or you have to have similar profiles on two Teslas at the very least, whether it's a friend or whatever. But I mean, we haven't run into this in 3 years of owning a Tesla, and now 6-8 months of owning two Teslas. We haven't run into this. So there you go. A weird, crazy setting Bluetooth thing that might come up. So now you know. Thank you so much, as always, for watching Tesla Tips and Trips. We've got all kinds of weird stuff like this on tap. You never know what we're going to come up with around here on the channel. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And tell your friends about us. If you've got friends that are that love Tesla, they're looking to buy a Tesla, whatever, anything Tesla, feel free to tell them about us as well, and subscribe, have them subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. So lots more stuff coming your way here on the channel. Tesla Tips and Trips is the name. We'll catch you on the next one.